The third one, that's the most, okay, Emily and Michael. So this is, let me try to do this succinctly. So I'm using these people's full names because they're already public figures. Now they're not hugely public figures, but in their network, they're pretty big. Emily Moyer and Michael Wan. I was introduced or found Emily a little over a year ago through another couple that I used to listen to more to than I do now. But I found Emily about a year ago, and I love this woman's energy. And both of them. And this woman, Emily, has many regular shows on YouTube, and she's on all these other social medias. She's got a Patreon page. She's on Locals. She's on all these other platforms. Her YouTube channel is like actually the smallest of these other platforms because of all the issues that she and members of her community have had with censorship over the past few years. Emily is somebody that I find I resonate with on a very deep level in terms of her mind, the way she connects things. She also, I feel, has a lot of masculine energy, and this life for me has had a lot of masculine energy running through me. But her authenticity and her genuity and her like unwillingness to compromise and very independent thinking, and I just really dig her. And I find I don't know her as a friend, but I trust her. I trust her. She's that authentic and that transparent. And that is not something that you find, and it's a feeling. And I love all the different conversations she has with people. And each of them has a specific sort of vibe and frequency. And she has two that I'm really drawn to. She has one with this woman named Danny Katz. I adore these two ladies together. I enjoy so much watching their recordings. And then she has one with a guy named Michael Wan. Now, how do I say this? My experience in the past 3 years of trying to play catch up in a world that I hadn't really, my role in the past 10 years has not been to dissect the 3D world. I very much believe our souls choose these existences with specific purposes in mind. Whether or not we ever fulfill that life mission or that purpose, I don't even think that's really the point. I think the point simply is to be on that authentic path of what your soul journey is. My calling is not part of dissecting this. That doesn't mean I don't have value for this, but I haven't been doing this for 10 years. In fact, I haven't had a TV for 14, 15 years, and I hadn't watched any media for over a decade when the pandemic started. So I'm trying to play catch up in what I'll just say for simplicity's sake, I'm trying to play catch up in their world. And what I perceive, I did a video directly sort of reaching out, sort of energetically saying, I want to play with you guys. I want to play with you guys. But what I didn't make clear in that video is I want to play with them in this nuanced, specific way of trying to figure out what the synchronicities are of our lives as Emily, Michael, Alyson, and like I said, Danny, I'm also really drawn to. I'm not able to play with them in the way that they're all able to play because I haven't done this. But if we are to believe that we have this ability to co-create a different version of reality, to time travel out of this reality, you know, and I'm sort of using words that they and perceptions and storylines and narratives that they seem to be working on, and I'm not disagreeing with it. It's just I believe there is a lot of room for us to begin to give less attention to this and to give more attention on a very hyper-focused, specific way with those of us that are agreeing that this is crazy, it's fucked up, it's insane, it's controlled, it's manipulated, it's propaganda, it's all of these things. But how about we give a little bit more energy to trying to be the change? Like, and within their own community, they're doing that fantastically well with one another. But I know I'm not the only one out there who hasn't been following this path for 10 years, but yet who resonates with this, who like, hey, I believe in it. Like, let's find a way to, for lack of a better way of saying it, merge our two ways. Like your guys' way has been way more of dissecting this. How about the people whose way in general has not included this, but has just been more of a quiet way of living the greater truths that I know you guys see as well, and try to find a way to align to this, to know that synchronicity is the key, to believe and give the benefit of the doubt that we're not all in the same realm here. I'm not supporting you on Patreon, supporting you on locals, watching all of your videos and giving all this energy. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't think it's an accident. I think we're crossing paths, but I don't know. I'm not, again, these are really hard things to make clear. It's just, here's why I'm bringing that up, because Michael is going to be an hour away from me next week visiting his sister. And I sent him an email, as crazy as it probably sounds, saying, I would love to meet up with you in person. Emily, while I was working another one of those state park events last weekend, Emily commented on the video that I put out there, specifically calling out to Emily and Michael. Her significant other found that video, and so now Emily has this awareness in her consciousness that Alyson, am out there saying, I want to play with you. I want to play with you, but I'm not able to play with you in the way that I know you like to play most, which is here. I know how she wants this, and so I need to try to appeal to her energy in a different way. I'm not really looking for many people out there to be particularly interested in this piece. This is a piece that is going to be an exercise in and of itself for me. So I just share it here because I've now extended myself to Michael in a very one-on-one way that I had not done. I emailed him directly, and he's literally going to be an hour away from me next week. Okay. And Emily now has conscious awareness of that video, which I actually stated in another video that I didn't release publicly, that was what I might have even stated it in the video after that my desire was for them to accidentally, to fall upon it without me writing an individual message. And that actually happened with Emily. But it sort of has died there because I know I'm not appealing to her. She is high level here. This is a bright, powerful woman who is extremely smart and has done a lot of decoding work and putting the pieces of the puzzle together, but I'm not able to play in that part of it. Yet, I do believe there are other parts of both of our personalities and our experiences in this life that can align to take us to a different place. So, as loosely and poorly as that was described, that's the third storyline.